Hello, it's Nienke here from Nienks.com, and I'm going to show you how I made a birthday card for a friend. I made different colors, used rich raspberry and then also real red that I'm going to show you today using this Perfect Pomegranate stamp set. It was a celebration item that you could get for free in the last was it June to July or celebrations. Excuse me. So I'll just show you how I did that. Okay, I already have some things set up on my Stamparatus. This is a piece of craft cardstock that I just cut off one of the envelopes we received in a previous paper pumpkin kit. I found these the other day and that was a lucky find, but we do have craft cardstock available, and this piece is just 4 1/4 by about 3 1/2 on this end, but because it has that rounded effect here on the side, it's closer to 3 3/4 here in the middle. And this is just a piece we're going to use to stamp on, so I'll bring that back in a little bit. Here is our card base, so let's start with that. Just a basic white card base, standard size, cut and scored. So I'm going to start with that. I hope the glare of the lights isn't too bad. Maybe no, it's actually better this way. Okay, so let's start with this. I may have to move it around a little bit on my desk because my desk is quite a mess right now. So make sure my card base is going the right way and have my grid paper in there. I made some tick marks for myself so that I know where I want this to be. And that's about right there. And let's start off with some pear pizzazz. And I have this up here on my second plate. I have both my plates installed in my Stamparatus right now. Just going to move this away like that. Is that better? Probably. Okay. So I have that here. I'm just inking it up. Let's see. That looks good. Just stamp that down there like so. That is nice. And then I'm going to ink up these little things with some crumb cake over here. Sorry, it may be off camera, but that's how I have this set up right now. Fold this one over here and that goes onto there. Isn't that pretty? And then I just need a little bit of extra, so I'm going to flip this over and just scooch it up a little bit. About there, I think, is where I want it. We'll see. Oh, I want a little bit more. Let's go there. That's the one thing about the Stamparatus that I love, is you can sort of, yes, that's what I want. So we're going to ink this part of up with crumb cake again. And there we go. So that is nice. So that is our base. And then I want to bring in this little piece of 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 again. Going to put that there and do exactly the same. Line everything up nice. Let's ink our leaf up here. Make sure that that's inked up nicely with our pear pizzazz. Stamp it down. This way I now know that the image on my base and the image on this piece will be exactly lined up because I've used my Stamparatus. It's exactly on the same spot. Get this here. And we're going to just do the same with this one, move it over a little bit. Now this piece, I don't really mind if it lines up that well as the leaves over here. Just want something extra there. Okay, so that is, we're done with that. We're going to leave this one out for a minute. Let's just get my magnet back here. I'm going to clean this up and be right back. Okay, so I just moved my Stamparatus out of the way, and we now have these two pieces with this one that will line up right there, something like that. Okay, and we're going to use our craft cardstock down here for a little bit extra, but before I do that, I want to stamp some extra images. So let me get my stamp, because this is a photopolymer stamp. I want to have some cushioning here. Whoa. These my grid paper are very loved at the moment. Okay, where is my piece of scrap paper? Here we go. Piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to stamp these little leaves. So we are going to need one of these. So let's just put that one there. That we are going to fussy cut. These distinctive stamps are just amazing, and we can put this one there. And I think I used one more. I actually sent the birthday cards already, so I'm hoping I remember what I did. Okay, so that is the leaves. I think we're done with Pear Pizzazz, so I can put that away. And then we have Real Red, and I'm going to stamp. I think I just have something. Yep. So let's just give this a quick wipe to make sure we get a nice impression here. There we go. And I'm going to use, I want one Real Red that I'm going to fussy cut. See if we can get him in there. There we go. Look how pretty is that. And then I also want one on here. Now, pomegranate hangs this way around in a tree. So let's get that on there like so. I love the distinctive stamps that give us all of that detail already in the stamp. Nothing else necessary. I think that is my, oh, there's one more thing I'm going to stamp before I put my Real Red away. But actually I'm going to work with that to see the placement first before I do my sentiment. I want to stamp that down directly on the front layer. But let's first see where we want it. Okay. I'm going to start by fussy cutting this. And I will speed it up for you. But I like fussy cutting. It's not something I dislike or I feel like it is hard for me to do. It feels therapeutic in a way. What I do is, you probably seen me do this, is I'm keeping my scissors as still as possible and moving the cardstock around the scissor. Okay, so, and don't keep pieces that's going to get like bump into your hand or make it difficult for you to maneuver. Just cut that piece off. The smaller the piece is, the easier the fussy cutting goes, I feel. Okay, just turn that cardstock around in that corner and then just around that and down here. And that is it. There's our first leaf. So there we have all of our fussy cutting done. Isn't that so cute? And now we can just adhere our card. So I'm going to add, because I'm going to pop these up, I'm just going to adhere this flat to my card front, just grabbing my silicone craft sheet because I like gluing on that. Then I do not get my, oh, is this glue going to work? Yes. Then I don't get my mat all sticky. Here we have our little craft sheet, and I'm going to, that will be flush to the top and the bottom, and then I just want it centered between those two pieces there. Look at this beautiful added interest that rounded edge brings to this. And I'm going to adhere this flat, as I said, to the card front. So add my liquid glue here. So as I said, I don't really mind the little added texture as long as my the leaves up here sort of match up. Oh, excellent, that looks great. So there we go, we have that part there. And I'm going to add some dimensionals to this one. I usually go crazy. I don't like my cards to sag in the mail, so I go a bit crazy with dimensionals. If you only want to put 2 on here, that's fine. I'm going to do 4. Feels like a good number for me. I have our dimensionals on here, and now I'm just going to put this one up, I think there, like so. That looks about right. And I'm going to add some leaves up here, maybe. I feel like that dimensional is not just in my way, so I might just snip. Let's see if we can pull it up. Yep, there it goes. Just lift that up a little bit so that we can get, whoops, get that in there. And I'll add a mini. Take the backing off here. I'll just pop a mini under there so that leaf is totally secure. And then I think I'm going to add one about there and one down here. See how quickly this card comes together? It is, I like it. And then I'm just going to roll these leaves a little bit so that they're a bit curved. That will just make their end stand up and give the card more dimension. So I'm adding this in here first, like so. And I'm just going to grab a mini and secure this one right under there. I like having, you know, place it first and then scooch a mini dimensional. And this one can just be loose. It is really nice. Gives a nice 3D texture. Again, just roll. You can use your bone folder for this too. These are so small. I'm just using my nail and flicking it up to give it that curved look. Add a little bit of glue to secure it down here, just like so. There we go. Scooch in a little bit, and then add one more mini dimensional right under. Oops, it didn't come off. Come on, backing. Here we go. Right there. Have that one secure. This one can move up. And now you can also use your Stamparatus for this if you are concerned that you won't get this straight. But I know that some people will get nervous to have their card completed and then stamp their sentiment right there. But there's always ways to fix it. You can just then add a little sentiment strip or something. Now I have this birthday wishes It is from a while ago. I think it was one of the first stamp sets I got. It might have been, yeah, one of the first, probably in my first order. Now I'm just going to check that I have this on straight. Always check, right? Let's see how this looks. Whoop, that is a bit off. Not by much, but a little bit. So let's just get this straight on the block. We will start with that. So I just have it, whoops, use my grid paper, put it straight on the block. Let's see now. Up, excellent. Okay, so that is good there. This is a red rubber, so I'm not going to worry about my Stampin' Pierce mat. The thing I love about the silicone craft sheet is you can see, I can see my grid lines through there. Now I'm just going to pick where I want this to be, get my block straight, stamp it down nice and firm, and there we go. Oh, stop wiggling on me. There we go. Okay, isn't that just so pretty? I'm not going to put any bows on here. I think that is beautiful as it is, but maybe I will add some bling. I think I added some bling. And these again is the wonderful gems. We had them a couple of years ago, and I'm trying to use up stuff that I have in my stash. Use my take your pick tool, and I'm going to use some of these. I think I'm going to use a bigger one. Let's put one over here. I just first place them very lightly so that I can make sure that is indeed where I want to place my gems, because that's, say, one of the harder things for me is to pick out to where I want my gems to go. Let's see. I do like that, so I'm going to go ahead and push them down, and that is it. So I'm sorry I missed you guys last week. We just had loads of things going on, and we had the card making day. I will show you in the next video what I made for this. The World Card Making Day was on Saturday, and there we go. There's our little happy birthday card. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll just see you in the next one. Bye bye.